So we have this closet in our basement where we store all of our stuff. We usually have a bunch of totes on these shelves here. This is also where our drain pipe comes down. And we've emptied out the closet because we have a leak in the drain pipe right up in here somewhere. So I'm going to dismantle these shelves and clean everything up and fix the leak. If you can imagine it, this is all the stuff that was stored on those shelves. Unfortunately, the leak is in such a place where I have to replace a few different joints here just to replace that one. So I'm going to have to take all this out here and cut all that out and replace it all because it's all cemented together. So just replace this one area here. So plumbing is not my forte, but we'll see how it turns out. Wish me luck. plan here is, now that we've fixed the pipe problem here, we're going to dismantle all these shelves. We had a little bit of water damage. We're going to get rid of the damaged wood, clean up the rest of the wood. We're going to paint this wall, prime, I think. I had some prime in some spots. Yeah, and give it a fresh look in here. And we're going to put in a floor as well. A nice vinyl floor. We have some leftover flooring. So we're going to clean it up nice in here. So here's the freshly painted wall, and I scrubbed the floor. We have some leftover flooring from the music room and the laundry room, two different kinds of vinyl flooring. That added together, both leftovers should have exactly the amount we need to cover this closet floor. So that's what I'm going to work on next.
everyone, so the project is finished with the closet. The closet cost about $94 with materials from for fixing up the water pipe, but everything else cosmetic was free. Let's see what's going on, how it turned out. So we were able to store all our totes more neatly. Now we still don't have a ceiling. We chose not to put one in. We need access to the piping. This is strictly for storage, so we're not getting fancy about it, but we did want it to look somewhat nice. So we stained the wood shelves that Paul made a long time ago, and he reassembled them. We took them down because we wanted to paint the wall behind it, which we did, a gray, and we had some on hand. We had leftover paint, so we used that. And these are all our totes that we've already had, and these shelves that Paul put in, oh gosh, I don't know, 15 years ago when he made this closet. So basically we just took it down so we could paint that wall and put in a floor, which we'll show you in a moment. But this was all stained. We had stain on hand, so that was free. But the piping that was leaking cost around $94 for materials, and the labor was free because Paul did it. So that had to be fixed. We had major leaks and it would have caused mold in the house, and we had to figure out what was going on. We found out one of our toilets was leaking. We wouldn't have known that had we not taken apart the piping. It was leaking because there was a crack in the pipe, a couple of cracks.
Well, that was a joint. A couple of joints were...
couple of joints in the pipe. But the toilet upstairs in our main bathroom basically was dripping, so we wouldn't have known that had we not.
Yeah, it was dripping inside the pipe. So
yes.
Basically it was just, when I was trying to repair the drain pipe, you could see the dripping coming. When I had it all opened up, something was still dripping, and we traced it back to one of the toilets was still just kind of leaking inside the pipe. So we repaired that, as well as the leaky drain pipe.
Right, so we did have to repair that as well, but all worth it in the end. It had to be done. And like I said, we didn't do the ceiling, so the ceiling's not done because we need access to this. This is just mainly for storage. So we're able to take apart this whole thing and go through our totes a little bit. So it was a little bit of a chore, so we were a little behind with Paul working and me working and doing projects in between. And because of that, we're a day late, and it's going to be posted later on this day. So sorry about that, but we've made sure that we always give you good content. There's no point in rushing something just to get it finished just for that day. Also, we had leftover flooring from Jacob's entertainment room and our laundry room, and we were able to have just enough, and I mean just enough down to the last one. So thankfully there were no mistakes, because if so, we wouldn't have had enough. So this flooring was free, but we wanted to put in a good floor. And there you go. It's a little bit of an organized chaos in here, but it's much more organized and neat. And we were able to go through our items, and every so many years I do that, and you find sometimes you don't actually need, you don't want the same things anymore. So I was able to get down to a couple of totes that I didn't need anymore, and some odds and ends. So there you go, folks, it's all set, and we're very, very happy with it.